Hi, my name is Melinda Phillips, and I want to talk to you today about teens and money. You know, it's no secret as a parent, today the things that teenagers need are expensive. They need a cell phone, they need another gadget, they need this type of shoe or some type of clothing, and you know, it can rack up a lot of money. And then on the other side of that coin, we need to be teaching our children about money. So let's just dive right in here. What steps could we take to help our teens learn about money and do better so when they get on their own? So let's start. Number one is they need to work on a budget. Now, does that sound familiar? Yes, a budget. So sit them down, have them figure out some things they want, some needs, right? And figure out how much are these things going to cost and what date, what time frame are they going to need them, and help them figure out, what can we do to help you earn this or work for this, which brings me to number two, which is give them an allowance, or if they're at an age where they could possibly work a part-time job. Now, you do have to set some boundaries, and allowance is one of those topics where some say yes, some say no. We had allowance, so I'm thankful for that. Our mom was very faithful. We had different chores we had to do, like set the table, take the food up and put it up, wash dishes. We had to hang clothes, work outside, and Mom always gave us money, so we always had money. The challenge was we really didn't save the money, which I'll get to here in just a few minutes. But having them maybe have chores or good grades, have a reward system. And then if they work a part-time job, they have to keep their grades up. So you can't just be thinking about, my job. But I think it's good for teenagers to get out and work and see what it's all about and see what they want to do with their life. Even if it's a summer thing, I think allowing them. And, today with all the technology, there's things that children can do online. Obviously you need to be, making sure everything's cool with that. So, but just think about that, how they could make extra money. So number three, we do need to teach them about debt. It's easy to want things, and, I recommend, and what I'm going to talk with you about is at some point, that they could have like maybe a credit card, but it only has like say a $200 limit on it. You could even have it set up where it dings when they make a purchase, so that you know what they're doing. But I wouldn't obviously do that until there's some cash flow coming in. Let them know when something's not paid on time. There's fees. There's consequences. This starts to teach them to be responsible. So that brings me to number four. Talk about delayed gratification. So they go into school, someone's got the newest gadget, they're like, man, I need it. So talk to them about, hey, let's wait a week, let's wait a month to see if you still feel the same way about that. Because I know before I've wanted things and walked away from it, and took me maybe 7 days to think about it. And then I was like, you know what, I don't really need that after all. So just teaching that delayed gratification. And a lot of times when we don't get things right away, we end up getting it for a lot less because, the hype is gone. We're definitely in a material world, and I understand that our children want to fit in. They want, they need, to have these things. We need to be able to dress them appropriately. So I get all that. Number five is instill credit building skills in them, and also respect. If your a teenager borrows $20, then we need to teach them to pay it back, and that goes a long way, because when we become a person of our word, it goes a long way. And same thing with building the credit score. That happens when we pay things on time and we don't impulse buy, we don't get all crazy about things. So this just happens, as we teach, our children along the way. These money skills that I'm talking about now need to be taught from, like when they can understand what you're saying. And it goes a long way. We were taught to work. And unfortunately, I think we worked hard. We always had money, but we didn't do some of the right things with the money. And no disrespect to anybody, it's just the way things were. So that's going to bring me to number 6, is we need to teach saving and investing. And yes, I said both. So let's say the child gets money for Christmas or a birthday. Teach them to take 20% of that money out of there right away. So then 10% of it goes into just a regular savings account, and 10% could be invested. Now, it might not be able to get that started right away, so 20% could go into that savings account until we get it built up. But the minimum investment for the mutual funds is $25 a month. So once you've got that built up, talking to that teenager about, hey, let's get your money growing, let's get it working for you, and instilling these things in really young. It's amazing the time value of money if we take the time to teach our children. If you start now at 16, 17 years old, and you're putting up this amount of money away and you're doing it for 40 years, you're going to be a cash millionaire, in your 50s. So, that's something exciting to think about, because most of us are told, oh, you're going to work to 67 or 70 years old. So, if we know to do better, we'll do better. So that is my message for today, is teens and money. So number 1, sit them down, help them work on their budget in writing, okay? Number 2, either give them allowance for chores or, good grades, or let them have a part-time job if that's available in your area. Teach them about debt up front and the consequences, the fees, and all that stuff. Talk about delayed gratification, not impulse buying and having to have something right this minute, and instilling those good credit building skills in them, and respect to do what they say they're going to do. And lastly is saving and investing. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll pass it on to your teenagers. Thanks.